Hello, 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 hello.
Morning.
Hey, morning, Darcy. What's happening?
Just in Excel working.
Thank you. Morning. Good morning, Nate. How we doing, brother? Who else do we got? We got Miriam Scott. What's up, man? So glad to have you on. You've been on your anniversary. You've been traveling. Loves to see your profile photo. Got your eye looking right at me.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good, dude. Leland, welcome. Go ahead, Scott. What was that?
It's early in the morning. I don't have my video on yet, so I'll tap in a minute visually.
It's all good.
God, see your face.
Oh, is that, who's that? Mona, is that I hear?
No, it's Miriam.
Oh, Miriam, what's happening? We got Leland. What's up, Miriam? Got Kelly. Wow, what a good Monday. I know we got Tiffany on here. Like, we love Tiffany. Tiffany's always on, so I just want to shout out Tiffany for being always on.
Oh, well, thank you, Fernando. You are always on as well. So right back at you.
Boom. Tiffany's like on it.
Tiffany's like Superwoman. It's like, I don't think she sleeps.
She doesn't. She doesn't. And I see her in the office.
Always ready.
Yeah, juggling is an understatement. The way Tiffany plays with pressure and like decision making is impeccable. What's going on, Chris? Welcome, brother. Hold on, let's take a second. Did everyone see Chris's video that he dropped in the group chat? It was like absolutely stellar. So a big shout out to Chris for making a video, doing it, spreading the word, being on it. Appreciate you. What's going on, Pete? I feel like I've been seeing Pete's name everywhere, so got a lot of love for Pete. What's up, man? So glad to have you here.
Hey, Fernando.
Yes, who's this?
It's Michael. Hey, I think there's a couple of people in the old group. I just popped in there just because I couldn't get into this one, so I think they're trying to compete because you can only run one at a time.
Got it. Okay, so how do we get them? Do you have the new information? I dropped it in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I told them that. So I'm going to go back in and just tell them to use the new one.
Michael, I so deeply appreciate your leadership. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
Yes, please do so.
Fernando, another thing you can do, I can do it. Just share the Zoom link on the ecosystem group.
Okay, got it. Yes. Can you go ahead and do that?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll just give Mr. Callaghy a few more, or if you're here, please go. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Miriam. Wow, got so much leadership on here today. Feeling blessed.
What's up, Fernando?
Mr. Callaghy, good morning, great rising.
Good morning and happy Mastery Monday, folks.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So how's everybody doing on this Mastery Monday? Fernando, what's present for you?
What's present for me is focus, is alignment, it's momentum, it's the tipping point. Been up since 5:15, been dancing since 7:30. So I made a whole new playlist called, hey Darcy, sorry, and that have been you. Made a whole playlist called Energetical Shifts because I saw your playlist of music. What's going on, Sergio? And taking myself through all the energies in the morning has been a fun ride. 7:30, so that's what I'm present to today.
All right, awesome, brother. And so to that point, because Adam, are you on this morning? I forgot Adam. We spoke a lot over the weekend. I've been speaking. Rob Gill, are you on? If you're on, brother, just jump in as well. We've been speaking a lot about an important dynamic in sales, and in something I've been saying, but I haven't been saying it, I think in the optimal, sharing it in the 9.999 way. And here's the new 9.999 share. Is what we're doing here is, we've said before, we're creating an accountability culture, but what we're really creating is a culture of excitement and accountability, because sales is energy. Growth is energy. Growth is excitement. And what occurs and this is why obviously being in Tony Robbins' multi-day seminar is so unbelievably impactful and important, because it builds and creates energy. What we're doing here is creating an energy that's focused on sales and growth and acceleration. It's focused. It's a tribe. It's being around people that are up for growth, up for selling, and specifically within a formula. 4 steps, 10 energies, 4 elements. of influence mastery, process mastery, or frictionlessness. Our ecosystem merges to frictionlessness, and then we're rooted in a self-mastery jump-off point of collectively, being not only increasing our skills, but being motivated, driven, challenged by a tribe. And that's what works in effective sales dynamics. It's what drives effective sales teams. It's what drives the effectiveness of every multi-level marketing, Wall Street, people going crazy together, call centers, teams, athletic teams. They're selling each other on work, on effort, on consistency, persistence, relentlessness, competing with one another. My high school football teams that I've shared a bunch, from freshman year to senior year, we had some of the most aggressive, vicious, crazy, insane. When I say vicious, I don't mean trying to be intentionally harmful to each other, but I do mean hitting each other as hard as imaginable, which I guess would include potentially harming each other, with the intent of making each other better. So it's not gossipy, not backbiting, not the norm of the way people treat each other and function. It's like a tribe, like taking the hill, putting a flag in the ground. And the place to come here is to share, is to not only hear our stories, but to have your story shared yourself, to galvanize the energy of everybody else. Like, this is a community that you're contributing as a participant to inject belief. Like, belief will change our world. Like, belief will change our world in the beginning. Action will, all those other things. But it starts with belief, and we're increasing here as much as our skill, as much as our process, is also our self-mastery, which is our belief, our physiology, our energy. And this is not going to devolve into ever simply a self-mastery place. But it's not, and we have fun with not, it's not going to be a place of self-mastery, because we don't, our process mastery, influence mastery don't grow in their levels without being rooted in coming here and feeling that energy of tribe, that energy of something. And that's what people are always looking for first. Like, it just feels good. I'm inspired. Everybody loves an inspiring movie, an inspiring song, inspiring people in their life speeches. But that dissipates massively when we're not winning. We're not increasing our dopamine hits by setting a goal, small goal, make a call, get a yes. But some of that dopamine hit can come from the tribe. So this is also, in addition to being a skill developing reminder place, and I'm going to keep it in a process mastery increased place. It's also an influence mastery, self-mastery growth place. What I also find, though, is some of the pivotal, most incredibly valuable parts of what we're doing weekly are the hour-and-a-half calls. They do find, and it could be a timing issue, I get it, and people could be listening to it at their own time, which is great as well. But I do see, kind of a different participation level in the 90-minute calls. And again, if it's just because you're listening to a different time, that's no problem. But in the morning calls. So first, I applaud that everybody's here. Second, please come ready to contribute. I've done these huddles for other companies, when I've done them for Calgary Law, and we've implemented them on other companies, I've done it for Calgary Law. It's the galvanizing energy increase of win sharing, in addition to the listening with the ear of rising on the scale of mastery and influence and process, is all of those ears that drive it. So with that said, anybody have any wins, anything they want to share that they're up to, or bold proclamations? Like, I'm putting a flag in the ground, and here's what I'm committed to doing today, or here's what I'm committed to doing this week. Like, what is your bold flag in the ground? What outcomes are you achieving? And, and for me, it's noticing the people and the seats getting filled. We had seats open at the table, and we're having incredible people saying, I'm in. I see it. I feel it. I taste it. Like, here we go. It's time. And here's what I could do to add to this. And I want in. And I'm going to take massive action. And here's the actions I'm going to take. And the folks that are coming forward are filling seats that we need filled. And it's an exciting and dynamic time. And I'm putting a flag in the ground saying, every day we're going at it. Every day we're finding new ways. Every day we're adding new amazing teammates. And every day with our teammates, we're looking to go deeper, connect more, and make things happen. It's an energy. It's a positive energy, but not an energy that's false. And you guys want something? I don't know, Tiffany. I shouldn't say I don't know. I do know. Tiffany, do me a favor. Circulate 2 YouTube clips today from the movie Friday Night Lights. And I want to circulate them for two reasons. One, it's one of the greatest goddess motivational speeches by a man I've ever seen. You know, it's a movie, but it's an amazing goddess energy speech by the coach in that movie Halftime. But also, there is a person, and this reminds me a lot of some folks on the line, including Ben Fox, where there's a gentleman who's often in sort of very quiet, more aspirational energy, I would say, who goes ballistic at that halftime right before that into massive Zeus energy and calling everyone out and challenging everybody. And remembering, Zeus energy doesn't have to be like loud and powerful. Zeus energy could just be decision. So, listen to both of those, and those are the energies that we're looking to capture for ourselves and for each other, but they're super helpful. So, Tiffany, if you go look for them, one is the speech by Preacher, right at halftime, right before the coach talks, and the other one's the coach talk. The coach talk is everywhere, and I'm sure you've seen it before.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Does anybody have any wins, any things they want to share, flags in the ground, insights, anything? Who's got something?
Hey, Sean, it's Scott Martin here.
Scott Martin, congratulations on being married, my friend.
Thank you. I just wanted to kick it off by saying I'm really stoked to be re-engaged again. Sorry, I've been offline with everyone. I was on my honeymoon, so I'm really stoked to get back in the queue.
Scott, you never be sorry. You've been on your honeymoon, taking care of your amazing now wife. How was everything? How was the trip? How was it?
It was off the chain. I mean, starting with the relationship event with Tony Robbins, had just unbelievable insights, and then having that momentum of going deeper with your relationship and having deeper understanding of relationship communications and going into having our wedding and then our honeymoon. It was far beyond even better than what I could have imagined. So she looked beautiful. We had the perfect day. I mean, I don't want to digress into my wedding, but I mean, we just had a really intimate, small wedding. We had a double rainbow. We had 2 turtles come up to the beach while we were there. Like, it was beyond what I could have possibly ever imagined. It was amazing. So
I'm so happy for you, and you're amazing. And yes, your leadership, your energy, your brilliance has been missed, but understandably so, as you've been taking care of the magic in your life personally. And super excited for you, super stoked to have you back. We need your tsunami of stoke, and your groundswell of good, brother. Here.
Yeah,
and the groundswell for good.
I'm back on it, full court press. So
awesome, brother.
Thank you.
Lots to catch up on. I can't wait to talk to you, more in depth. I wanted to leave you alone. And just so everybody is aware of this, like I respect, because sometimes people are like, oh my God, do you ever rest? Like, are you kidding? I rested for like years. And the answer is absolutely yes. I rested for months at a time. Well, I wouldn't say resting. I've invested in my personal life, my family, as I've said so many times. And it's an enormous day, by the way, for that. So any thoughts, prayers, positive energy, wishes for today? My daughter is playing in the state semifinals, and this is a dream. And I'm just thankful that we can even have the hope and the dream, and that's going on for today. So all those things coming her way. Her name is Courtney. Much appreciated. And today is going to be a magical afternoon, hoping and praying and believing. So with that, thanks, Scott. Anybody else have anything they want to share? We have turtles. We have weddings. We have the return of brilliance. We have tsunamis of stoke and groundswells for good. What else we got?
Hey, Sean, it's Darcy. Good morning.
Darcy, what's up? You're straight up assassin.
I got a Google link. I want to give a shout out to Fernando because he edifies people so much. I don't think he gets it in return as much as he should. He set up a Dropbox or a Google link with every single thing we would ever need to know about what you do, how to market it, scripts, videos. I haven't even gone through it all because I was tired last night, but he kept working for a few more hours. So I just want you to know how much he does behind the scenes and how we couldn't get any of this done without him. He's pretty incredible.
Darcy, thank you for sharing that. Yes, Fernando, thank you, brother. On his birthday, Darcy, Fernando was there cranking away with me. We're getting things done. I'm like, brother, it's your birthday. Like go. He's like, no, this is what I've chosen to do, and I want to be here. So Fernando, thank you. That I'm deeply touched. I'm wildly appreciated. And I'm going to be for real right now. Like, that is who Fernando is in every way. But also, and Darcy and everybody understand this in your world, when the energy starts and all of a sudden, like, fun, competitive dynamics are rolling in and there's incredible energy and synergy occurring, we find another gear. You know, we find, and for those of you that have played sports, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that have been in the performing arts, you know what I'm talking about. And for those of you that ever won at anything in your life, you know what I'm talking about, right? And if you haven't, that's okay, because we're going to teach it to you here, right? But when that competition begins, when energy begins, when people begin rolling together and pushing each other and loving each other and sharing notes and exchanging notes, and like there's a scoreboard and we're connected to it, we find new ways, new gears to contribute, to inspire, to motivate, to draw people forward. And that's what's going on these huddles. Like, that's what they're about. For your energy, for our energy, and to notice that there's not a separation between the building of January 10, 11, and 12 and the growing of your platform, your business, your stuff. And that's the truth, right? Like, there's an interconnection between those two things if seen the right way. Like, when you put flags in the ground and drive towards things, galvanize with other people, your certainty increases, your energy increases to send off, and obviously the improvement of our skill sets, like, that just increases. So we've got a tribe, like, we are a tribe, and we decided that in Long Beach Island, and now it's growing that tribe and growing our leadership, growing our effectiveness, building business, making things happen, and like, that's what's occurring. So thank you, Fernando. Thank you, Darcy. Your leadership keeps increasing. I am greatly appreciative for that, and we need yours to increase. Like, yours is in everyone, for you, for each other, you know, for what we're up to. And just like a peak performance sports team, like, we're playing a huge game. And the outcome is win the game, celebrate, feed off each other's energy, and go. So again, Tiffany, you know, remind me, let's get those videos up. Does anybody have any other wins, things they want to share? And I'll drop in one final point, other than the fact that the primary outcome is to galvanize energy as well as improve skills, to create excitement. And by the way, it's now Unblinded Sales Mastery, seeing what you don't see, right, about the fun and excitement of exponentially growing your sales. Like, seeing what you don't see about the fun and excitement of exponentially growing your sales. Because nobody wants to do anything that isn't fun and exciting. If it's not fun and exciting, people don't want to do it. They'd rather go to a club. They'd rather watch TV. We got to bring fun and excitement, winning. People will settle for other things, but they desire aspiration and winning and connection and love. But they'll settle for cheaper things, for transactional things, for getting drunk, going to a bar, hooking up. Like, they'll settle for that. But everybody wants something higher. Like, and let's create that with each other, for each other. Everybody wants to win the championship, and when they can't, they quit and do something else. Win-win championships here together. Personally, collectively, like, that's what it's about. Who's got something else?
I'm
gonna wait
it's
till the end.
Craig.
Ooh,
Oh, Fernando?
bro. Wow.
No, Craig, please. I'm dying to hear from you.
Well, I had a ridiculous conversation. I had 3 pretty cool conversations this weekend.
Go, Craig.
And it's
That's
a
what's
big
happening,
thing about
Craig. That's what's up.
Go,
Yes,
Craig, dude,
it's
I'm so pumped.
insane. Okay, so Fernando and I spoke last week about 2 very awesome ecosystem mergers, and one of which I spoke to you about, Sean, actually, about that guy with the numerous organizations under him. And
Awesome.
up until last week, it's been very crazy with the Jewish holidays and everything like that, and being in the Jewish organizations and in that world, things get kind of locked out because of those holidays. Like, people obviously basically put everything on hold for this month until now. And last week I reached out to him. I said, okay, month is over. It's time to start new. What are we doing? He said, listen, up until now, I have really been thinking about and knowing that I'm coming on Sunday to meet Sean with you, like we spoke about, to meet Sean and speak to some of the people and see what we can really do. See, as he calls it, people puzzling and work it together. And he basically came and he said, when I saw you, which I saw him over the weekend, he said, when I saw you though, I was for sure that I have to be there for the whole weekend. There was no question. I have to be there for the whole weekend, and we have to work everything else around that. So that was very
amazing,
very cool for me.
Congratulations,
brother.
And by the way,
really
this is the highest level your energy level has been, Craig, yet. And this
Yes.
is not about like false energy, but energy creates results. Your energy
Yes.
has moved from like a 6 to a like well into the 9s. So congratulations on that, and congratulations on both wins. So please continue.
Thank you. So yeah, so that was one, and the basically request after talking about a couple of things to formulate or to reframe the formula to work inside of the non-for-profit sector and leadership training for teens and for disabled people in 2 international organizations.
Boom.
So
Awesome job, brother.
that was
and remember,
very awesome.
amazing. So real quick. So remember,
Yes.
everybody, the words fun and excitement, because when stuff like this starts, there's this joining energy that people get like nervous about. Like, oh, like what am I, like what is this, right? And the issue is it's a peak performance organization like sports, creating fun, excitement, you know, and collective energy like a championship team. Like that's the conversation. Because when it's something other, like it's like, oh, well, you know, we connect and we set goals together. Like that sounds like mastermind, like nothing happening except soul journey, spiritual awakening. And that's not nothing, but like, that's not what this is. You're right. And I'm just giving a very fine distinction. We're galvanizing energy. It's like win energy. It's like integrity filled Wolf of Wall Street energy, like integrity filled Wolf of Wall Street energy, right? It's force for good, but it's not like going bananas together. It's not that. It's not celebrating and dumping champagne on each other's heads. It's a lot more that than it is sitting meditating together. And we can sit and meditate together. And that's a good thing. That's cool, right? But that's like not the energy of the morning calls. It's not that. Those exist sort of. This is the galvanizing energy of let's go take the effing like mountain. Like let's go get it. Let's put the flag in the ground. Let's make things happen. Let's step into our greatness. Let's settle for nothing. Let's take the highest levels of love, aspiration, fun, Zeus, power, decision. Like this is what we're doing. We believe, like belief will change our world. Energy, demanding that we're in state, demanding that we produce the variety of energies with people, challenging one another, finding new ways. Like that's what this is, not manically into nowhere. It's specifically into the 4 steps, the 10 indispensable elements, the 4 energies. On the influence side and the process side, it's about ecosystem merging, frictionlessness, and counting it, like time blocking, counting, moving forward with energy. What we're doing, you're like, whoa, like this is an energetic shift. It is. I'm leading a group, and the group is building, and this is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. And eventually, by the way, this becomes other groups using this technology, where there's smaller groups building and being led in partnership, and we're growing. Like this is what it looks like. This is where it's going, so that you're the person having these conversations. Like it's begun already. You're having them out there, and then it leads to other things and growth massively. So we all win. Okay, Fernando. Thank you, Craig, brother. Awesome job. Fernando, you had something else simultaneously as Craig?
I was saying I was going to wait till the end. So in case anyone else would like to share, I want to make sure we give them the opportunity. Anyone else on the call who'd like to share a win?
Well, not to blow smoke up anybody, but just because Darcy also said it before, I didn't want to like necessarily just echo what she said, but last night I was also with Brody Lee, and they all did the marathon this weekend and did a phenomenal job there. They raised $200,000 and brought 100 people from like 30 countries to come and run the marathon together. And I got to sit with him over dinner last night. And he also wanted a specific shout out to Fernando and Sean and Rob because of how insane he sees the trajectory and the value of all of you as people. Not even specifically just talking about this program, but Fernando, you in particular, had made such an imprint on his mind as someone of such ridiculous value and someone who produces, who adds to every situation you walk into. And every time he brought something up, he said he was right there with me and he was already thinking 5 steps ahead and finding new ways to go around it. So I was obviously even more excited about joining.
And
this
who?
call
And
today
I
to be
missed.
able to
I
say
just
that.
missed who that was.
Brody
Who
Lee.
was that, Craig? I'm sorry. One more
Brody
time.
Lee.
Brody Lee. Got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fernando, congrats.
Yeah.
And amazing
I
acknowledgement,
knew
Craig.
Jason.
Thank you. Awesome job, Fernando. And we'll draw to close in the next 2 minutes. I know we're running along as we do, but this is massive added value and energy for all of us. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to share before we kick it back to Fernando?
I can share. Hi, everyone. This is Miriam. Good morning.
Miriam, awesome. What's up, Miriam?
What's up, Miriam?
And Miriam,
Sean,
I got your message, and I will be calling you.
Okay. Oh my God, Sean, I was just about to say something. You read my mind.
Go.
So two things really quickly. So last week I had one of my friends reached out to me, my colleagues, and she's an attorney and has her own firm, and she told me how she was like, she's like, all these attorneys, like everyone's kind of like now at a point where they're feeling burned out and they're feeling like, is this all there is? And they're like, but you're always happy and you're running around and you're doing all these things, and like, how do you do it? And I was like, wow, okay, so I'm gonna apply all the, the 5 listening techniques, and I'm gonna build rapport with her. So I listened to her. I didn't talk about myself, and I listened to her, and I was like, well, my friend's doing this event. She lives in Jersey City also. And then speaking of ecosystem mergers, she actually is on the board for the South Asian Bar Association, where they have over 5,000 attorneys. And just listening to her, talking to her, I told her about the event, and then she said, okay, I'll check out the videos. I asked Fernando to give me some information, and she's like, well, I'd love for you to talk about this at the Bar Association. I didn't even ask her. And she was like, I would love for you to talk to the Bar Association about this stuff, because I think, because I think that we could really benefit, everyone could really benefit. So it didn't become about me or Sean or Fernando or anything, just about the message. And I just felt it, if that makes sense.
Miriam, I'm
like,
so excited, so proud, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. We are at the tipping point. We're at the tipping point collectively. Many of us are at the tipping point individually. This is what it looks like. And this, so Miriam, so just everybody track this. It's not about like, oh, wow, yay, like, yay, Sean's event. It's not my event. It's our event. And so Miriam, by being connected to all of this, the South Asian Bar, Miriam, would be a fair statement that the South Asian Bar and being seen as the leader, a leader in it, will help your immigration and criminal defense business? Like, do you think that'll happen by speaking and just being a leader in the South Asian Bar? Will that be a good thing for Miriam?
Yeah, it would be an awesome thing.
Hell yeah, and it'll be a good thing for me. That's called like mutual winning right there. Influencers merge ecosystems for 1 + 1 = 1 trillion relationships, or at least more than 10. Like that's a 10+ thing happening there, right? I mean, I don't mean like 10 on a scale of mastery. Like it means 1 + 1 = 10. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's not 1 + 1 = 3. And that's what this is. That was such a perfect example. So thank you, Miriam. I'm not done. I'm going to kick it back to Miriam for any final comments. But that's a perfect example of what we're creating. Like energy galvanized. Oh, amazing. Hey, Miriam, would you come share about this? Which then makes Miriam a leader in a speaking engagement. Boom. Drop the mic. Here you go. That's why you, and Fernando says it, you talking about the formula equals you win. I win too. And I wasn't confused when I created this. I understand that I win. But I can't win unless you win. Does that make sense, Miriam?
Yeah, totally. And I realized like I could, by applying, like you guys, like applying the formula and the listening strategies and the 5 effective listening, it's like you can feel into what's happening with people, and then you can feel the collective consciousness. And it's so awesome, because then it doesn't become about you. So I'm not nervous. I'm sure, Sean, you're not nervous. It's like, we just know this is not about us. It's something greater than us. And we're just like the vehicle, the conduit through which something's going to come out. And like knowing it conceptually and then feeling it and just being in it, it's like really cool. So yeah, I'm really thankful. And like, because I learned that from this, and I learned that from you. And it's, I'm so excited.
Well, thank you, and I thank you because you've shown up. You've shown up. Like a bunch of you have shown up and shown up consistently, and you're seeing those shifts and those byproducts. And now the huddles, I think, are the galvanizing daily force amongst and between everything. So Miriam, thank you. I'm going to kick it to Fernando. Let's save other ones for tomorrow to finally wrap it up. I'll say one thing before that kick to Fernando. The quiz is ultra powerful. Right now, I feel like it's an underperforming asset that's sitting in the space, as are the commercials. So, again, let's put out in the WhatsApp the quiz link. We're going to keep putting it out, as well as the commercials that we shot, because there's individual commercials even for law practices. So let's get Miriam, the commercial, Tiffany also on, if you want to exponentially grow your law practice. Let's get the 60-seconder, as well as the 60-seconder to everybody on sales. And if there's a specific industry you want a commercial on, I've shot for every industry. Like, hey, you want to grow your accounting practice exponentially? Like, hey, and we'll put out a few of those in the group, so you can just see them in the 60-seconders. Use the quiz. Have people take the quiz, because it gives you uniqueness and curiosity, and it also gives you a common language. So now people have some idea what you're talking about without you having to do massive amounts of talking. The quiz is a sickly, insanely powerful tool, underutilized right now, which it's just beginning, the galvanized energy around it. But that's going to become one of the most important things that we do here. Let's get it to everybody. Take it yourself. Take it every day, once, probably 15 minutes to go through it. So it's going to increase your level of awareness, your level of skill, and share it with other people. Okay, Fernando, what's up, brother? Final.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Callaghy? I'm going to request an extra 90 seconds from everyone. It's 9:01, so thank you. Where to begin? What I'm present to right now is pride, cooperation, and leadership. Miriam, hearing you say the things you said, the simple words that just land so powerfully. When I was in the conversation, it wasn't about me and I felt safe. That's a whole new world. That's a whole new world. I have so much pride for hearing you say that. It brings me joy. Craig, thank you. I'm so excited about your conversation with Ari, and just hearing your energy, as Sean said, is exciting. Darcy, I can spend another 30 minutes talking about the blessing you are in my life, to this community, your leadership. Thank you to everyone in communication. Craig, who's not even on the call, texting to let me know he's not going to be on the call. That's leadership. Tyler, I'm speaking to Jordan. He's telling me all the conversations you're having. That's leadership. So just seeing all of you on it and in those conversations, it brings me pride. I can literally tear up about it. It just brings me so much pride. And as Darcy said, I haven't even shown Sean everything that Sean just mentioned that he wants on a list is there. It's done. And Tiffany has been instrumental in making that happen. And I cannot wait to show it to all of you. You're going to have all the commercials, all the material, everything you need, a whole program, 10-step program to have the language that you see us being in. So thank you to Kira, who wasn't on the call, who we currently, but we had an hour conversation how to improve. So blessings to her. And final things with just overall back house is, because I can sit here in gratitude forever. We have one Zoom link now, one Zoom link. It's this one. So thank you, Michael, for going in there and bringing everyone here. We have one WhatsApp. It's Unblinded Partners. So I've been in communication about sending everyone over. There's one now. There's one Zoom link.
Hey, Fernando, let me jump in, because it's underneath what you're saying real quick, as just a footnote of emphasis, and please keep going. Without a doubt, Tiffany, unbelievable job, nonstop, relentless, all weekends, all day, every day, insanity, okay? In addition, I want to shout out to Jared and Adam. I didn't talk to a bunch of you this weekend much. I spent an extraordinary amount of time in communications with those gentlemen and working offline and then working offline. We have an entirely new, 4.0, as in 1.0, then 2.0, then 3.0, then 4.0, 4.0 version of what we're doing here. And we're going to circulate that and talk more about it tomorrow. But it is going to be a multi-step, insanely integrated action plan that is going to, look at webinars, galvanizing energy around them, pieces to promote the webinars effectively, like fill-in-the-blank templates. We have retargeting ideas and campaigns around it with the people that we know, with email lists, with text messaging. So that's coming. Guys, this is people talk and then people do. I have burnt the boats, and I'm spending an unbelievable, as well as all of you, amount of time, energy, and money making sure that this launches and launches successfully. Boats burnt. So please continue, Fernando. And you obviously are driving so many things, brother. Thank you. So back to you.
Yes, to final anchor, WhatsApp, Zoom, one link now. We're looking to make it streamlined for you. And as Sean mentioned, the leaderships of Adam and Jared, I'm just so excited for that tipping point because they are powerhouses. They're animals. They're savages. They are kind-hearted, great individuals, and they're going to bring massive understanding, value, and clarity to what we're up to. So Adam and Jared, I wish you were here, but we love you from here, and I can't wait for them to feel
and their contributions. Yeah, for Jared has 37,000 business owners and solopreneurs on his platform, and extraordinary amount of things he's up to in the world. And it took probably 8 conversations for us to fully understand each other. 8, not like 2, 8 over the course of 45 days. So some things take a little longer than I'd like, and I wish. But then when they come together, it's like, you know, a nuclear bomb has dropped here. And then Adam, I mean, just that's taken less time. And it's not, by the way, a critique on Jared. It's just like a mutual understanding of people sometimes it takes a while. They're busy. Like they have things going on. And Adam is just like on fire right now. Signing people up, as you know, he's talking about like devouring the content and ready to rock and roll and leverage the call center energy, the cold calling energy, the warm calling energy, and galvanize that amongst our team. So, I mean, incredible weekend of guys talking at 8 o'clock at night on a Saturday and noon and doing things and circulating, keeping deadlines. So this weekend was like a month for most people. These 2 days were a month. So back to you, Fernando.
That is all. So I'm going to go through the Google link Darcy was talking about with the team today at our meeting in 54 minutes, and then I'll be distributing it to all of you. So that and some and more, and I'll see you in the huddle tomorrow, Trajectory Tuesday. See ya.
All right, let's go. Happy Mastery Monday. Thank you.
Blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Woo! This is what it looks like, everybody.
Have a great day, everyone.